drinks are on my mind. The decision sets in. One lap will churn your skin. The lovers ride. Let them have their time. And I have this notion, let's keep these wheels in motion. In motion. You for what I did not know. Did you think I would let it go? Oh no. And in time, yes, I think it's absurd, but until then you'll leave your words. Well, lay on, play on. Now it's time to defend your lies, lies you've been feeding me all this time. And will you reoffend? Oh, darling, you say that you are innocent, but your words, they seem irrelevant, but still play on. Now it's time to defend your lies, lies you've been feeding me all this time. And will you reoffend? Oh, darling, have you reached your lover's end? No more. Will we make pretend like we something to fight for? Oh. We had nothing to fight for.
Hey, 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 kids! Welcome back to Friday nights. It's me, UrbanPyrate, of course, and your very favourite Black Flag Racing TV. What's up, race fans? How we doing? So, Friday nights, and we're back with the Full Throttle Racing BTCC League. Yeah, baby! I've got to say, it's been an anxious few weeks' wait for this season to recommence, particularly after such a fun. You can see the picture right there. That, and there's another car actually underneath where it says live commentary. There's another car there. That's how close the final race at the final track was. With it was Adam in the end, sneaking up on Mr. Graham and stealing his thunder away. He was that close to the line to potentially winning a championship. I think they would have had to, I think they had like equal amount of wins and stuff like that. I think they would have had to fight naked, wrestling jelly for the championship. That would have been between him and Liam. But Adam decided to piss on everyone's strawberries and steal that final result there at the end of the last series. So we go again, baby. We've got a couple of newbies joining us. We've ditched one of the cars. No, we haven't. We still got the car. For some reason, why did I think we ditched the Ford Focus? We didn't, because it's still there. We have added the Genesis Coupe 3.8. We've kept the AMG. We've got the Civic Type R FK8 2020. We've also got the FK2 2015 with a singular independent runner. And that, of course, is Black Flag royalty. Stormfly VR46. Round of applause, please. Right, we're about 3 minutes away from qualifying, as usual. Let's take a little look and see where we're at. Right, the season. How is the season shaping up? This is how it looks. 6 tracks, 3 races at each track. We'll go over how that works. Today we're at Dragon Trail Gardens, fictional racetrack in Croatia. It is 2.7 glorious miles, 17 corners, and we'll be doing 9 laps 3 times. Then next week we go to Shitopolis. It's the shortcut version, which is infinitely less shit than the main version. I make no bones about it. I think Autopolis is an awful racetrack, but the short version is tolerable. Then we go the week after to St. Croix. St. Croix B. I like St. Croix. Not a lot of people do, but I happen to think it's a brilliant racetrack. It's up there for me with Big Willow. Nürburgring is next. This is Grand Prix track, of course, not Nordschleife. That would be insane in these cars. That's for rounds 10, 11 and 12, 3.2 miles of the GP track there. Then to Brands Hatch. No, not to Brands Hatch. I've got Road Atlanta and Brands Hatch walking around. Have you noticed that? I've literally just noticed that. So it's Road Atlanta next. That's on the 29th of March. I'll have to fix that. How did I do that? What an absolute wank buffing. Yeah, so it's Road Atlanta after that. Of course, the full layout is only one layout of Road Atlanta. 12 laps there, and then we finish season finale at the home of motorsport, Brands Hatch, of course. Iconic racetrack. And of course, because it's a British racetrack, it's one of the greatest racing circuits in the history of motorsport. And I don't think anything like touring cars is complete without a blast around the hatch. And it is literally down the road. I say down the road like I'm up north. I'm not. It's just down the road from me. I was going to say walking distance. It's not really walking distance, but it may as well be. So that's how the season's stacking up. Right, so it's essentially 3 races. They do a little bit of qualifying, and then after that qualifying, that sets a grid for race number 1. Race number 2 is set by the finishing order from race number 1, and race number 3 is set by the finishing order from race number 2, except it's the old switcheroo, and it's reverse grid. As with last season, they have to use a set of medium compound tyres in one of the 3 races, and they can only use them in like 2. They have 2 for race 1, 2 for race 2 and 2 for race 3. They can't just use them all in the first race, all in the last race. They have to spread them out over the season. I have a graphic. I didn't bother putting it out because everyone's got 2 at the moment. There's nothing to see here. We'll bring it up each week as people use the tyres, shall we? Right, who we got runners and riders? So we've got Stormfly, of course, up there he is. In that 2015 FK Civic. We've got Groot, he returns. He's in the Genesis this season. Panos returns as well, this time not in the AMG though, he's in that 2020 Honda Civic. Original John returns as well in that Ford Focus ST. Ethan Graham, absolutely phenomenal last season in this BMW and gets it yet again. Lucky fucker. Adam in the 2020 Civic Type R as well. Evil Dragon goes into that AMG Mercedes-Benz. The Genesis for Liam, another championship contender. Mr. Riley himself also in the 2020 Honda Civic. St. Dash, our glorious host in the Civic as well. Gaz Monkey in the Ford Focus ST. Gunsmith in the Megane Trophy, he's a newbie doobie. And there is Mark in that Renault Megane Trophy as well, alongside Gunsmith. So we are waiting for qualifying to begin, and qualifying here at the Croatian racetrack. Qualifying will begin imminently, shall we say? Imminently. So shall we? Let's go and check it out. Boom shanker. Right. Know what we need? We need all our Uji flips to turn that shizzle off. Turn that shizzle on. And someone's found the horn. Who's up first? Who's getting the onboard today? That will be Evil Dragon. Do you know what? I am a fan of. I mean, to be fair, I like both of these Croatian. Go for both of these Croatian circuits for Dragon Trail. I quite like this one a bit more. I know Seaside tends to be the most popular because of that kind of triangular shape with the 3 hairpins either corner. But I quite like this one. It's a tricky circuit, but it's fun, and it's actually much more fun in tuned road cars like this than it is in your kind of bog standard racy race cars. That's the view. No, that's not. That's the view we want to do. Press the right button, Mr. Acton. When we've got a little break in between races, I'm going to regale you with my 2.5-hour conversation with Virgin fucking Media yesterday, who are robbing bastards. But we'll go over that. We'll go over that at some point later. I want to get it out there, and I want everyone to know that Virgin Media can suck a big fat one. I say that I did renew my contract, but we'll go into it later. Right, so here we go. This is where you line up your lap. You're looking for that 50 metre. We'll get on those brakes. Use all of the road there. You can be really, really aggressive on the power coming out. Just don't get on that grass. Keep to that right hand side as you power down across the start finish line. I thought you backed out then. You hadn't. Then into turn 1, and it's a little lift more than anything else, maybe a little dab of brake just to get it onto the inside of the track and let it drift back out while you're on that power, staying in top gear. Then bang, dropping it down to 4th gear, flicking it to the left, flicking it to the right. You can go over that sausage, don't be too aggressive with it, over that sausage as well. That gives you the rotation as you're going a bit slow. You've got to make sure if you do go over the sausage, you don't catch it with your wheels, you will go flying. I have rolled a car on that sausage, believe it or not. Big braking zone here into the hairpin, down to 3rd gear, actually, surprisingly. I'd love to see a setup. Before you back on that power again into this quite tricky part of the circuit. A lot of directional changes. You've got to make sure the car is ready for those changes. Flicking it right. You've got this left-hander here. You want to get down into 4th gear. Hug that inside curb as you come round. You're looking for that little patch on the ground before you hit those brakes. Get it turned into what I like to call the 50 pence piece corner. You don't have to hit every apex. What you can do is power through as many as possible. Go nice and wide on your exit as you blast up the hill towards completing your lap here around Dragon Trail Gardens. Out of the tunnel you go, looking for your braking zone. 150 metre board, round there, somewhere in between. You whack on those brakes, get it turned in, and again, on the power you go, straight through the gears. 4th, 5th, 6th. You're going to cross the line and somebody's going to be on pole, even if it is only arbitrary until the end of qualifying. Boom, shanker, Evil Dragon first to put in a time. How's about that then? Then Stormfly nicks it. Then Liam nicks it. So Liam with a 1:36.3. I fully expect the final qualifying time to be in that kind of mid 1:30, maybe a 1:35 high, potentially, is on the cards. We'll see. We'll see what they've got in the bag. You can't park that there, son. He spins that Genesis drive, that Honda Genesis Draper Tools car around and around and around. That's not the way to do it. So 3/10. Liam has the advantage over Black Flag Royalty, of course, Stormfly. They're in 2nd position. He's in that 2015 Honda Civic. PC World. Do you want to send me some free shit? I just gave you some free advertising. Row 2 at the moment is Adam in the other Civic. I love the colours on that. It is awesome. That is a really nice livery on Adam Piper's car. Very briefly though, he's still on row 2. He's dropping down a bit now. Stormfly's knocked off that front row with Ethan Graham in that BMW first car with a phenomenal lap. That's 2.5 tenths in the low 36s. So will we see that sub 1:36 qualifying lap? Fully expect these guys to bring a little bit of speed our way. So it's a bit laggy, and I don't know why. I don't know why I saw it fly. Perhaps it'll die. Yeah, I don't know why. It's a bit. It's a little bit choppy. I don't know if we can clean. We'll find a way to clean it up. I'll throw something at it. That's what Wiggy did on Saturday. Let's said the better about that one. Yeah, so it is Ethan Graham on pole position over Liam in 2nd. Stormfly and Evil Dragon on row 2. Row 3 is Adam and Original John. Again, he's the Original John. We're not bringing any imitation Johns to this racing series. It's all Original Johns. Panos and Gunsmith, they're on row 4. And it's a Theogen. I need to read it. Theogenis. Anyway, moving swiftly on. It's Mark T alongside Groot. He is Groot. He's not Star Groot, but he is Groot. They are on row 5. Row 6 is Riley and the Gaz Monkey, and then Sindash, Sergeant Dash or Sindash or Ash. STD Ash. I've just got that. I hope that isn't like a generic nickname that you have. Why is it so choppy today, lads? Could you tell me why? It's not my internet, because my internet's good. No one else uses it in my house. Right, there we go. 13 of the... I think we've got potentially 15 runners this season, haven't we? Yeah, because we've got seven teams of 2. And then Stormfly, that makes 15, right? Math. My favourite kind of ath. Just a couple of minutes left. Noise galore as the family come home with shopping. It's Mr. Graham still on pole with that 36.0. Hasn't been able to improve on that time. Liam with the 36.3. That last lap was not a good lap from him. 2 minutes dead. And it's not looking much better this time out either. So he's not been able to recreate his heroics of that early pole sitting lap of 36.3. Stormfly has been unable to improve, but he has been consistent. Only 3/10 separating his quickest and slowest time at the moment. So he is finding some consistent time. What he needs to do is try and find about, well, I say about half a second. It's exactly half a second between him and Mr. Graham on pole position. And I'm just keeping a little eye on the little doggy dog who's eyeing up a little gap in the door where the door's open and thinking about doing one. He hasn't done it. Evil Dragon there, still on row 2. He is 3/4 of a second behind the leader at the moment, but only 2/10 behind Stormfly. Adam not too far behind, not even a tenth separating him and a place on row 2. Original John is there instead. I do apologise for the noise, they're coming home with the shopping, so it's a rather inopportune moment, but it is what it is. Unfortunately, I can't afford my own recording studio. Yeah, well, what's going on with the lag today, guys? Is it? You've got to say it's update week, and there's always laggy issues on update week. At least I tend to notice that. But Original John is lagging a little bit there. Panos looking good. Just 13 hundredths of a second behind Original John. There in 7th at the moment. Gunsmith 8th. Groot in 9th. Mark T in 10th. Ash is in 11th. I think he's decided he no longer wants anything to do with qualifying. Of course, they have to qualify on the tyres they intend to start on. Shall we have a look and see if anybody other... so Riley's gone for those mediums. Wants to get them out of the way, as has Ash. Groot also starting on the medium compounds. I think that's it. I think everybody else has gone for those racing soft tyres. So it's mediums for 3 of these 13. So they're looking to race here later on in this series. Couple more races to go, of course, after this one. It's going to be difficult on the medium tyres, particularly around the sort of tricky middle section. The tricky middle section, which is literally relying on grip and changes of direction. So that's where they're going to struggle for time the most until they change on to soft compound tyres for races 2 and 3. But of course, it's a problem that's going to be for everybody, because at some stage everybody has to use those tyres. It's when they opt to do so. Yeah, just a little reminder there coming from Zibos about that. Right, so we're pretty much done with qualifying. Final lap for everybody. Ethan Graham on a hot lap at the moment. He hasn't been able to recreate that low 36.0. We didn't get into the 35s as I thought we might. Liam hasn't been able to improve either. That was a proper Hail Mary, that 36.3, because he's not got close to it since then. Stormfly's going out for another go at kind of last. He's on an outlap, so he's not going to get another time on the board. Currently sitting 3rd. Can Evil Dragon nick that 3rd position? He's done a 36.7 quickest lap for him. Just a couple of tenths outside Stormfly's time. He's looking relatively racy at the moment. I don't know. We'll wait and see when he gets to the timing line whether he's up or down. So across the line he goes. He's actually a little bit down. He's a couple of tenths down. So he'll need to find some time. It does say bum lube on the back of his car. Car lube on the side. It does. It says bum lube on the back of his car. Very clever. Very, very clever. Very childish, and I approve. Right, so I don't think Evil Dragon's going to beat that time. He's a couple of tenths down already. He's got significant work to do. And there is a car missing. We know you're no longer using the Volkswagen Golf. not a popular car. It's a cool car, but just wasn't really working for these guys. Right, so Evil Dragon across the line. He doesn't improve. Stays fourth. Adam, has he finished? It doesn't look to me that he's going very quickly, so no, he's done. So Mr. Graham is done. Liam is done. Stormfly is done, as is Evil Dragon and Adam. Original John done as well. Panos done. Gunsmith done. Groot is done. Mark T also done. We know since Dash has been sitting in the pits for a while, he's done, as is Riley and Gazmonkey. They're all finito, done, finished. So that's how it looks qualifying wise. So a quick look at the grid. It's Graham, Ethan and Liam on the front row, Stormfly and Evil Dragon on row 2, Adam, Original John at row 3, row 4 is Panos and Gunsmith, row 4 is Groot with Mark T, Dash and Gazmonkey on row 6, and Mr. Riley in that 2020 Civic brings up the rear. Just waiting for the first race to begin, and without further ado, we're into it already. Round number 1 here at the Dragon Trail Garden Circuit in Croatia. Looking forward to a phenomenal 9 laps of racing, followed by another phenomenal 9 laps of racing, followed by another phenomenal 9 laps of racing. We want to get all these information up. We'll go here, we'll go here. It's a relatively long run down to turn 1. It's not really an incident kind of turn. You're going through it pretty quickly. There's no massive braking heading down to it. So we are away, and everyone looking pretty good. Good start from Ethan. He's up in the lead. Evil Dragon jumping Liam at the start there as well, getting himself up into second position. Back down the order, everybody through and out pretty cleanly, but it is really, really choppy. And I do apologise for the lobby quality. Not a lot we can do about it. PD don't give a flying fuck about us. Right, so Ethan Graham leads the way in that BMW. And that's a great shot of all the cars coming through. In fact, this would be even better than like this. Look at that, being chased down by everybody. Liam back up into second position. He's found his way back around Evil Dragon, but it is constant battling between those two at the moment. As we see Evil Dragon tucking in behind. He's in that 4-wheel drive, and that is the only 4-wheel drive here. As Stormfly looking to make a move, he's tucked in behind Evil Dragon, trying to find a way through. But at the moment, there's no space. It's not the widest of racetracks. There's not many overtaking opportunities, in honesty. There's only a few places where you can kind of chuck it up the inside, but you are relying, of course, on the space being left. And Adam makes the move around that 2015 Civic up into 4th, Stormfly dropping down to 5th position. Original John running in 6th with Panos there in 7th, Groot in 8th, Gunsmith is back there in 9th place. It's all very, very tight in these opening laps here at Dragon Trail Gardens. Gazmonkey is 1.1 back. He's got Ash 4 company. Remember, these guys at the back are all on medium compound tyres, so they're going to be a little bit slower. Through comes Mark T. Ash there in 12th, Riley in 13th. Medium tyre runners are, of course, Riley there, Ash, Mark T's on the softs, Gazmonkey on the softs, Adam on the softs. Had him right down the order. I don't know what happened to him there. Something went horribly wrong. Gunsmith on the softs, Groot on the mediums. At the moment, Groot has really got those mediums working for him up there in 7th position. The longer he can hang on there, as we're just seeing there, a move potentially on him, so if they go side by side. Just been handed a bag of crunchy sticks. I have the best wife in the world. Moving swiftly on. Graham is the current leader, Ethan Graham. Second in the championship last time out, hoping to go one better this time. He's on the soft compound tyres. Him and Liam just starting now, as they did so many times. Sometimes it was one, sometimes it was the other, but so many times last season these two would just edge away from the pack and have their own little private battle out in front. In 3rd there it's Evil Dragon. Stormfly back into 4th. Don't know what happened to Adam, but he dropped through that order like a stone. Back down to 7th as we start or come to the start of lap 3. The AMG at the moment in the hands of Evil Dragon is looking pretty sweet. Stormfly there running in 4th place. This is the battle for that last podium spot. Nothing really separating these cars. There's 3.5 tenths there, half a second there. Original John, another half second back to Panos, or 3 tenths back to Panos. That's the battle for 3rd, and you can see you can see the leaders. They're not that far ahead. It's still really quite bunched up. I know it says 4 seconds, but you can see them right there. And the slightest of error, particularly, you don't want to go over the sausage like that. You want to make sure you're getting the sausage in between those tyres. It can really throw off your car and it'll throw off the balance if you catch that on those tyres on the way through into the braking zone. Anyone making a move, it does look there like Stormfly was having a little look up the inside of Evil Dragon in the AMG, but couldn't find a gap or a way through. So it's just about settling into the race now, finding your rhythm, seeing if you can put in some solid laps, stay with the car you're chasing, and kind of hope for a potential mistake or an opening to come your way. You have to be patient. These cars are tuned within an inch of their life, and in terms of performance, they're very, very similar. Down the order, that's Riley there at the back, Aaron Riley, with a great battle ahead between Mark T and actually having a great little ding-dong between the two of them, as Mark T getting the better of actually up into 11th. But bear in mind, Mark T is on the soft compound tyres. Ash and Aaron both running medium compounds. And very, very wide goes Mark T, and that allows Ash just to slip up the inside and take 11th place back for himself. 3-way battle here to not be last. There's a battle for 8th. That's Gunsmith at the head of that trio, with a group running on those medium tyres in between. And we're watching Gaz Monkey in the Ford, of course, the Focus ST, trying desperately to get those soft tyres and make a move on Groot. And a great exit there has allowed him to get a great drag down to this big hairpin. He's got the inside line. He's got his fastest lap of the race as well, and makes that move on Groot look relatively simple. You can see he got such a good exit out of that left-hander, where Groot went a little bit wide, and it just allowed him just to keep that momentum down the hill and get to the braking zone first and gain another position. He's now got Gunsmith in his sights, and there is a yellow flag up ahead. Who has crashed? That is Liam going slowly. Can we see what happened to him? We can see here he's running just behind Ethan Graham there, and he just dips. You can see he just dipped his rear wheel onto that gravel, and it just spun him out, and it sent him flying all the way down to 7th position. A lot of work to do now, because we're almost at the halfway point of this race, and there's not a lot separating these 13 drivers. That promotes Evil Dragon up to 2nd, and Panos has made his way up into the top 3. He's now running 3rd. Stormfly, despite his attempts at making the move, has just found himself being swallowed up by the cars behind, but not benefiting from any issues ahead. He's holding on to 4th. There's a little fisticuffs between the two Civics there. A little touchy, rubbing his racing, of course, and Stormfly up into 3rd. He's tucked behind Evil Dragon again. Panos all over the back of them. They really are having a bit of a ding-dong battle between them at the moment. Stormfly, the Hungarian living in the Netherlands, and Panos from Greece. Really close racing. Stormfly having a look at Evil Dragon. He does the old switcheroo. Up the inside he goes. Has he made the move stick? Yes, he has. He's up into 2nd. That was Panos disappearing off screen for a minute. What happened to him? I think he went really wide into the braking zone here. If we look here, we can actually see that overtake from Stormfly as well. And you can see, he just got where they had a little coming together, where Stormfly went up the inside. You can see that Evil Dragon had to make that move just to give him the racing room, and it meant he clipped Panos and just sent him a little bit wide. That's allowed Original John through into 4th. Such a good battle between these guys for 2nd, but it's playing right into the hands of Ethan Graham, who's now 5.6 seconds clear. Liam made a mistake, spun that car, and the guys battling for the other podium places where they're spending so much time fighting each other, they've not been able to close the gap on Ethan Graham, who's got that fastest lap with a 1:36.4, which is not too far off qualifying pace. Looking good for him at the moment. Lap 6 of 9. So Stormfly leads the battle for second as it stands, and at the moment it's a 4-5 car battle really. We've got Adam sitting there in 6th position. Ahead of him is Panos, Original John for the United States ahead of him. Evil Dragon, who was second for a while, is just up there, and then Stormfly, you can see out the head of that pack into the braking zone they go, and Stormfly looking very defensive on the inside, doesn't want anyone to make the move, but he will of course now have to drag race it on the outside round this little kink, and you can see Evil Dragon coming right at him. Let's get forward and have a little look at this battle from Original John's car, and you can see the battle unfolding ahead. Evil Dragon gets that move done, back up into second place. This is great battling from these cars, so close, such close racing, but great racing from them all. And is Original John going to make a move on the pair of them? They haven't seen him coming. They've been so concerned with each other that did they notice that the Original John from the United States was creeping up behind them. He's got the slipstream on both of them. They're both staying on the inside, well at least for a time they were anyway. And Original John can't find a way through, and that's allowed Adam to sneak up the inside where John just got bogged down. He was hoping to go through the middle of the two of them. The door closed, he couldn't go through, and that allowed Adam to make what can only be described as an opportunist overtake into the final corner. And look at this, it's absolutely brilliant. He breaks that a little bit earlier, sees him go wide, and makes the move, and it's absolutely phenomenal. Very clever move from him. Sorry, no, it's not. It was Panos. I apologise. Right, Liam back in 7th. He is closing slowly on that battle for second, and that is a battle for second. You can see raging on ahead. Spun out a couple of laps ago, lap 5. He dipped his rear wheels onto the gravel and just sent him into a spin into the wall of that Honda Genesis. He is 1.5 behind that current battle for second, which is being won at the moment by Evil Dragon. He's 5 seconds clear of Gunsmith, who's got Gaz Monkey for company. These two have got their own little personal battle going on for 8th position, and you can see at the moment the consistency and lap times for these two very similar. So we've got Gaz Monkey looking for any opportunity to make a move on Gunsmith ahead. Groot, the highest medium tyre runner, and you can see, I mean, he was in 7th at one stage, but you can see what a difference it makes to the pace not having the superior grip in that soft tyre. Particularly in this part of the circuit where you've got these massive change of direction and these fast corners, you really want to see maximum grip in your tyres to get you through them at the best possible speed. Sorry, something else going on that I can't talk about. Mark T. He's a bit lonely. He's got Aaron not too far away, 1.2 seconds, but again, it's that medium tyre scenario. He's just done a 39.0 his last lap. Has he been able to improve on that? It looks like he might well have done. Yeah, he's just gone 38.5, so he's finding a bit more pace now towards the tail end of this race. We're on lap 8 of 9 in this first race here at Dragon Trail Gardens. This is the opening round of BTCC Championship, which the current reigning champion is running currently in 7th position, and Stormfly down in 6th. So did he ever coming together with some of those guys out in front? Because Panos now up to 2nd, Adam in 3rd, Evil Dragon is 4th, and Original John is in 5th, and Stormfly now dropped out of that little fight. He's now down in 6th position. I don't think we're going to get to see what happened there. We were watching the battles going on behind. But it is still raging on, and it very much looked like Original John had got that horribly wrong in the gravel there, but there's a big fight. Adam, Evil Dragon, Original John all battling out. Panos now finding a little bit of space, and you can see there he's just managed to edge away from the rest of these guys as we come towards the last lap. Ethan Graham about to head down towards that line, 7.8 seconds clear. So Panos now with a 1.7 second advantage over Adam, who's fighting with Original John and Evil Dragon and Stormfly and Liam. They're all still vying for potentially 3rd position. Adam holds that right now as they cross the line to start the last lap here at Dragon Trail. Adam is the best of the rest as it stands, but we've still got several corners to go before we know for certain who is taking the third step of the podium. And look at that consistency in the driving. 37.8, 37.7, 37.1, 37.3, so consistent. It's what you need at this kind of level. But can he hold them at bay? There's two real big opportunities for overtake now. It's into this hairpin they're coming up to now, and then the final corner. That's where you're going to see, I think, anyone that's got an opportunity try and take that opportunity. We'll look at the battle from Liam's perspective, because Gunsmith and Gazmonkey are 7 seconds back. They're not going to get involved here. Can he find a way through? Can he salvage something from this race? Bear in mind, he was on the front row when this race started. It just I'll say a series of errors. One mistake has cost him dearly in terms of points and track position. And of course, he'll start from the middle of the pack in race number 2. Very, very wide on the exit. Should get away with that one out. Any problem? Do we see anyone making an insane dive into the final corner, or is this going to be a procession all the way home and no one's made the move? No one's found that extra bit of time, and it's going to be Ethan Graham taking the win. Panos will come home in second. The gap 1.1 seconds in the end. Adam in third. Original John in fourth. Evil Dragon takes fifth. Stormfly sixth. Liam seventh. Gunsmith and Gazmonkey drag racing almost to the line. Gunsmith from Gazmonkey, so close, can't be separated. Group there in 10th. Mark T wins that battle of the back markers ahead of Riley and Ash there, STD Ash, coming home in 13th. Unlucky for some. There we have it. Fantastic opening race there from Ethan Graham. Absolutely fantastic opening race. Good start from everybody. Looking forward to the next one. It's going to be difficult because you've got Liam, who we know is quick, but he's going to be right in the middle of the pack, and he's got some drivers ahead of him that are not going to make it easy for him to pass. It's going to be a real battle for him in that midfield to find a way through. Now, does he kind of, is this the point we say, oh, look, I don't know what his strategy was in terms of when he's going to use the medium compound tyres, but if he wasn't intending on using them now, does this change his thinking? Does he think now, well, look, I'm starting in 7th, if I use the mediums, get them out of the way, I'm probably going to lose a couple of places because the people around me are going to be on softs. It's worth doing it because of the reverse grid. It gives me a real opportunity in that final race to hot-foot it up the order a lot quicker and make a bit of a gap for myself at the front. Certainly hope that was that works for him. We don't know. He may decide to put on the softs and just go for it. So Stormfly. Looking at one stage like he might challenge for a podium place. Didn't go too well for him. It was Panos in the end who took that final podium spot Panos took that second step of the podium in third, with Adam taking third place. Second for Panos, third for Adam. If only I were a professional and I knew what I was doing. So we've got a reset lobby. Everyone will go ticky, and then we'll get the grid set and we'll go cracking again for another 9 laps here at Dragon Trail Gardens. So the next race is in 7 minutes. That gives me time to tell you my Virgin Media story. Right, so backstory. In my house we have 3 internet connections. We have a household one, we have a work one, and my boys who live at the end of the garden have their own internet for the end of the garden, right? And they're with Virgin Media, not because for any other reason than Virgin Media were the only company stupid enough to run a cable over the top of my house and down my garden for free. But that is essentially the only reason why we got them Virgin and not anybody else. Anyway, had the contract for, I don't know, 2 years or whatever it is, and the contract ran out, and the price immediately went up by nearly £30 a month No difference in thingy, but at the end of the contract, they don't renew the contract. They just put the price up, and then it is what it is. So I got an email from them with some new offers, and in that offer it said that I could have double the internet I've currently got, and I could have Sky Sports, and I could have all these wonderful channels, and a mobile phone chip, and a free Xbox, and all this palaver for 85 quid a month. Now I'm thinking, hang on, I'm paying 70 quid, or they're paying 70 quid a month for the internet now. It's in my name, but they're paying it, right? For an extra 15 quid, you're going to give me an Xbox I could literally sell and make up the deficit with all this extra stuff. Get in touch with them. I know you can't do that, that's for new customers only. So I said, well, what I'll do then, put me through to cancellations, I'll cancel, and I'll ring you back tomorrow, and I'll sign up again as a new customer. And apparently you're not allowed to do that either. Anyway, I get transferred to somebody else, and this takes 2 hours, right? We go through the same rigmarole where I say, okay, you're offering it at £85 there. I don't want the PlayStation. I don't want the mobile phone chip. That's 25 quid a month. I've got a mobile phone. I'm happy with it. Can I have that package there for £60? No. What do you need the internet for? I don't need to tell him what I need it for. I just wanted him to give me, and essentially all I wanted out of it, right, is I wanted Sky Sports F1, right? I don't watch live TV at all. So I only wanted Sky Sports F1, and I wanted the internet, and everything else they can stick up their arse for, okay? Right, that's all I wanted, right? In the end, they reduced my bill to under £60, gave me a fuck ton of channels, including Sky Sports F1, and a mobile phone with unlimited minutes and texts and data, and double the broadband speed that they've got. Now, here's the reason why I don't like Virgin Media, is that it took 2 hours of my time to get that deal, right? How many people don't have 2 hours to spare, or don't know that they can spend 2 hours negotiating this stuff, right? And pay well over the odds for a mediocre service that a new customer would never agree to. Why are companies allowed to do this? For me, I think there should be some sort of consumer law in place that stops these fucking charlatans doing things like that. Now, I'm not against price rises. I understand that the cost of things go up, and I understand that over the course of a year, and whenever it is, every April or whatever, the prices are going to have to go up by the cost of inflation. That's fine. I get that. What I don't understand is this massive price hiking that these companies seem to do. And the irony of it is that internet service, look, don't get me wrong, it's been really reliable. I don't think their internet's gone down. I think it's gone down once in 18 months. So they've got that on their side, right? That said, the cost of their internet is more than the cost of the other two in the house combined. Now, we do have the problem where ours can be affected by weather, because ours isn't underground like Virgin. Ours comes over on their overhead cables, but it's not the freaking point. It's a piss take, in my opinion. There we go. There's nothing. So Virgin, go fuck yourself. Right. That filled a few minutes, didn't it? What have we got? We've got another 13 car, or the same 13 cars, doing another 9 laps here in this BTCC league here at Dragon Trail. The first of 6 race meetings over the next 6 weeks, taking us firmly into Easter, and it should be significantly warmer then. Now, Ethan Graham has already set his stall out and demonstrated that he wants to win this championship. He doesn't want it to be like it was last season. We do. We want it to be down to the wire, into the last race of the season, at the very last lap of the season, if we can help it. But he won't want that to happen. He will want to secure himself a lead in this championship. Now, an absolute benefit to him was Liam having that poor finish down in 7th. Look, it happens. People are going to make mistakes, but that absolutely starts everything right for Ethan Graham in his bid to steal the championship away from the current holder, who is Liam, of course. Adam will want to go 1 or even 2 better than last season, finishing 3rd. He'll want to move up those podium steps and pick up a much bigger slice of the pie. We've still got 10 cars need to run at medium tyres over these next 2 races. We know now that Groot will not need to run them anymore. He has already done that. I should probably note this down because I've got the graphic for the tyres. So let me do that now before I forget. So Groot, lap 1. Ash was race 1. And Aaron Riley was race 1 as well. There we go. Written it down on my little bit of paper. It's actually a Specsavers envelope I haven't opened. Who's looking forward to the Grand Prix tomorrow? Me, I'm very excited. Very, very excited. F1 is back, of course. We will get to see what Ferrari have to offer this season, if anything at all. Has Mercedes improved enough to put in even a reasonable title challenge, or at least a reasonable challenge for 2nd in the Constructors' Championship? Can Aston Martin continue their heroics from the beginning of last season? Have McLaren found the right direction now? Are McLaren going to piss on everyone's strawberries and jump into that top 2, top 3 battle, potentially? And the biggest burning question, of course, is can anyone beat Max? Now, I don't think so. That was very funny from John. I can't read it out because it's a bit rude, but it was very funny. Well done, John. Like it a lot. Yeah, so look, Max Verstappen is a different class of driver. There isn't a driver on that grid, even in their heyday, that anywhere near as good as Max Verstappen is at the moment. Anywhere near as good. Not on the current grid anyway. There's obviously some gone. Maybe a lot. I think Alonso is probably the closest to him. And I know a lot of you are going to go, well, what about Lewis Hamilton? Lewis Hamilton had a car that was so much faster than everybody else's that he could have driven it in fucking reverse and won 8 fucking championships or 7 championships. So let's not pretend that he's some fucking hot shit. He's not. He's good. He's better than most. He's better than average. But he's no fucking Schumacher. You can't mention his name in the same sentence as the Schumachers and the Alonsos and the Fangios and the James Hunts and the Sennas and the Hackenens of the day, because he's not that fucking good. It's very easy to win championships when the car you've had built has been you've had knowledge years in advance of the engine change regulations to be able to modify your car better than everybody else. So yeah, let's not pretend that he's that good. So hopefully when he goes to Ferrari, they absolutely cock it up and his career ends up with him finishing last. Right, grid is set. We are ready to go. Why Stormfly first? Have I missed something? I think I might have done, because it doesn't look right to me. Yeah, it is abort. Yeah, I thought so. I did see the word abort, and then I thought that looks a bit weird. Abort. It's lucky I didn't change the screen over the minute. Yeah, the grid wasn't correct. It needs to be as it was from the results of the first race. For some reason, I've lost my audio monitoring in my ear, which is a bit annoying, but it is what it is. I don't need to hear it. It does get really frustrating though, watching a race and not hearing what's going on. Very, very annoying indeed. For some reason it's decided to unpair itself from the thingy. I will try and solve that while they sort that out. Oh, there we go. Was it that? Maybe. Nope, it's not that. I don't know. we're going to go again. Yeah, I'm sure you did like that grid, Aaron. Had you? Oh, yeah, both Aarons significantly improved on their track position, certainly. So what do we think? Do we think that Ethan's got this in the bag? He's already demonstrated he's got the pace. He's in that BMW. He's got experience in the BMW. He had the same car last season. The luck of the draw is what it is, and he lucked out, and he's ended up with the same car he had last season. So does that put him at a slight advantage over everybody else in that he's had the opportunity to set up the car for a lot longer than everybody else? He's had some experience in it. He's raced many races in it. He very nearly won a championship in it. So does that put him at a bit of an advantage over his championship rivals? His championship rivals are Ethan Graham championship rivals are Liam. We're looking at certainly Panos has shown some pace in there. Stormfly, we know, very capable of winning a race or two. Adam, of course, can't be counted out. But then you've got those just outside. Evil Dragon, pretty darn quick in that AMG, to be fair. Original John, when on his day, you can find some significant pace there as well. Just checking if everyone's checked in now so they can set the grid properly. I think it's done right this time. It certainly looks right. Yeah, that's much better. So we're going to go again. We're going to have another go at racing. Here we go. Race number 2 at Dragon Trail. 9 more glorious laps of British Touring Car Championship racing. Why is that not turned off? Technical fault. There we go, sorted. Oh, it's so weird without the sounds. It makes me want to cry. Right, that's 4 lights, that's 5 lights, and we are away. I normally go from car 6, but I want to see them coming, heading down towards turn 1. Ethan Graham with the lead of this race. He is on the soft compound tyres. Good start from him on those softs. Good idea as well, being that he's going to have to lead. May as well use the mediums when it's going to be the hardest for him. There's no point trying, even with the soft compound tyres, it's going to be a big ask to push his way through the field. Just with how difficult this racetrack is and how close together they are. Evil Dragon in second, Adam in third. He's making the move on Evil Dragon up into second, and he makes that move and makes it stick. Great exit for him in that Honda. Up into second he goes and off after Ethan Graham. 3 wide almost. Evil Dragon, Stormfly, Liam, Panos, all involved there, all trying to find a way through. Panos up to third. Adam on the softs. Panos is on those medium compound tyres. How long can he hold on in that top 3 with those medium tyres? Evil Dragon also on those mediums. Stormfly on the softs. He's trying to capitalise on the fact that the reverse grid may put him further back down the order later on. So he's giving it all he can to get some points here in race number 2. Original John on those mediums as well. You've got a lot of medium tyres around Stormfly. So Stormfly needs to make this count, as does Adam and Ethan Graham. They really need to make it count. And as I thought, Liam's gone onto those medium compound tyres. It makes sense to get them out of the way now, get that job done, as someone goes very wide into that final corner. But we're just completing lap number 1. It is Ethan Graham from Adam from Panos. Evil Dragon in 4th, Stormfly in 5th. Liam Athersoul, he's in 6th position. The original John in 7th. Can he find a way around Liam? He's putting some pressure on the back of that Genesis, but he's also on those medium compound tyres. Groot, he doesn't have to run the mediums, he ran them in race number 1. So Groot now on those softs, running in 8th. I'm going to take my headphones off. There's actually no point in wearing them because they've unpaired themselves from the thingy. I don't know what. I'll sort it out later. It's really weird. It's really weird talking. I'm putting them back on. Even though they're not working, I'm putting them back on because it feels weird. There we go. That feels more normal. Weird how things do. It's still very choppy. Have you noticed how choppy it is today? To be fair, I had a little look at the servers yesterday after the update, and they were a little bit rubbish. But it's typical update weather, isn't it? There is STD Ash. He's moved on to those soft compound tyres. He got those mediums out of the way. He's running in 9th position with Riley in 10th. Really close battling between these two. No love lost. Can one get one over the other? They're both in the same car, so it is purely about who's found the best setup for the car and who's got the edge over the other. That's simple. It's going to be some good racing this season between those two, I think. Gaz Monkey there in 11th. He's on those medium compound tyres, and that is Gunsmith making a brilliant move up the inside, but very wide on the way out, and he loses that position again. So, but he did get a good run out. They're going to go side by side, heading down to start lap number 3. Mark T tucked in that slipstream as well. He could potentially make a move. Into turn 1 they go. Can Gunsmith get this done? He's on the inside. He can't. And Gaz Monkey stays in 11th position. Out in front, it is Ethan Graham still leading the way. He's got Adam for company. These two now, usually it's Ethan and Liam pulling away from the pack. This time it's Ethan and Adam, or Adam and Eth, as they like to be known when they go out together. Boom, boom. See what I did there? Little play on words. That's an Easter joke. I should have saved that for Easter, shouldn't I? Well, Adam and Eve aren't really an Easter thing, are they? Doesn't really matter. Anyway, moving swiftly on. 2.4 seconds to Panos. Holding on very well on those medium tyres. He's got Evil Dragon and Stormfly all over him. Stormfly on those soft compounds needs to get past him as quickly as possible, but his battle at the moment it's hampered by the fact that there's 3 of them fighting this out, and you can see here as Evil Dragon makes the move on Stormfly on those medium compound tyres up into 4th, and now Stormfly's going to have to use that superior grip. They're heading up the hill. Evil Dragon cutting off that inside line. He doesn't want to have that Civic coming up in on the inside of him, and does cover off very, very well in the middle of the racetrack. This just plays into Panos' hands. This allows Panos just to open a small gap from the from Evil Dragon there, running in 4th position. He pulls to the side to take the inside line. That's just to protect it on the way through, but they are still side by side, and you can see how close these guys are racing. Aaron is making a move up the inside potentially here. It's not a great overtaking part of the circuit unless you're already side by side going in. He has to back out. Over the little sausage curbs they go, and that was a great exit out of there. Although out of the second part of the chicane, much better exit for Evil Dragon. They had a right coming together there. It is an awesome battle between these two. Absolutely fight out every step of the way into the hairpin. It's Evil Dragon with the inside line. Aaron later on the brakes gets it turned in. Can he get the rotation? He gets the rotation, but he can't get the job done. Evil Dragon back up ahead in 4th place. And Panos, you can see, this battle is allowing Panos just to disappear as Stormfly makes the move. And there's a little coming together again between the two of them. This time Stormfly with the inside line. Can he hold on as they head down towards the 50p part of the circuit? What a battle between these two. This is going to be an absolute doozy of a season with the way these two are racing. And Evil Dragon just seems to have such a better exit through that 50p, and that's brought Groot right into this battle where they're fighting out. Look at Panos. Panos is off. He wants nothing to do with this race. 3 abreast now, fighting for 3rd place, fighting for the right to challenge. And look at that. Groot says, you two get on with it. I'm going up the inside. See you later. And what a move that was from Groot. Look at this from Groot here. You see here, he's in 6th place. He knows these two are fighting. He stays nice and wide, lets them battle it, just chucks it up the inside there and says, see you later, I'm taking this Genesis and I'm off, mate. I'm not getting involved in your shenanigans in any way, shape or form. See you later. So he now is going to get up the road and start chasing down the Greek driver who's got 2.1 second advantage over that battle. Still raging on. You can see the two of them. There's nothing separating these guys at the moment. See, Evil Dragon's dropped back a little bit. Liam's made his way up now into 6th position, and that's Stormfly trying to stick with Groot, trying to regain that 4th place if possible. But it gets harder and harder as the race goes on to make your way into that top 3, because you can see that they've just disappeared off. They take every advantage, and when you're in that battle, you can't put in your best lap time. You can't do what you want to do. Although Stormfly at the moment with a 1:36.9 does have the fastest lap of the race, in the desperate attempt to chase down a podium position. Again, up the inside of group, but can't make it happen. Liam's on those medium compound tyres and actually doing really well there in 6th position. So out in the lead, it is Ethan Graham. He's 1.2 seconds clear now of Adam. He is running in the soft compound tyre, and it could very easily make it 2 from 2. Adam there in second, 4.4 seconds the gap back to Panos, who's got a little bit of clear air because of the battling going on behind him. 2.1 seconds as Stormfly makes the move on Groot into turn 1. Is the old switcheroo on? It's not, but they are really close into this breakers. I'll tell you what, Stormfly's been involved in some great battles so far. It's really going off between everybody and him. The new boy to the circuit is shaking up that challenge for a top 3 spot. Liam is 1.3 back. And I do need to put in when everyone's doing their medium compensators. I'll do it after the race. I can remember. I'm not an idiot. Well, I'll just write down who did it in the last thing. Then whoever I haven't written down already would be who's left, right? Gunsmith. He's on the medium tyres. He's 2.5 seconds adrift at the back. He's got his hazard lights on at the moment. Does that mean he's on auto drive, or he's just forgotten to turn his hazards off? Probably the latter. Gaz Monkey, 1.7 behind Mark T. He's also on those medium compounds. Mark T on the soft. He still needs to run the mediums, which he'll do in that last race, although he'll be up near the front of the pack then. So he's going to get swallowed up quite early if he can't get them up to speed quickly enough. Oh, it's so weird watching a race without any sound. It's like watching electric cars race. 2.6 seconds to Aaron Riley. He's got his battle with not just STD Ash, but also the original John, who's sandwiched between the two of them. That's a 3-way battle going on there. Currently for 8th position. And you can see there, he's having a little look, his original John up the inside. Didn't quite have enough momentum to make the move, but certainly gave STD Ash something to think about. Riley, they're getting a great move. He's up the inside of original John. Makes that move. Does he get the car slowed down and turn? Yes, he does. That's a great move. And that moves him up to 9th. He can carry on his battle with Ash. As you were, guys, as you were. 1.8 seconds to Evil Dragon, who after those early battles has settled into 7th position. 1.4 behind Liam. Liam is still 1.8 off of Groot there in 5th place, but remember he's on those medium tyres, or the harder of the 2 compounds. Groot there in 5th. He was battling for 4th and the opportunity to chase down Panos. But you can see the gap has closed. That is Stormfly right up behind Panos. Panos was really being reined in by these guys, not being able to go off up the road and chase down Adam and Graham. And Stormfly with the inside line. Up the hill they go. It's a drag race to this final corner. Lap 7 of 9 here at Dragon Trail Gardens in the full Throttle Racing British Touring Car Championship tribute races. Having a little look. He's got a better exit. They're going to drag race now down to the line. It is. And look, why is he going in the pits? Why is he going in the pits? He doesn't need to pit. What's going on? Very, very strange behaviour. He's got into the pits, but he doesn't actually need to pit stop. Very, very strange. I'm wondering if he's got a problem. Very odd. Why did Stormfly go into the pits then? Natalie, how the bloody hell are you? It's been a long, long time. How's things? I'm assuming you everything went well with your degree and you passed, of course. Scratching my head though, I'm trying to work out why Aaron went into the pits when he did. He's still got to run the medium compound tyre. He was battling potentially for a podium finish. Is that tactical? Is that because he wants to get a good... The thing is, even if it is going to help him get a higher start in the next race, but it's a massive point sacrifice to take, and being on the medium compound tyres as well. While those around, I mean, Ethan Graham, he's been uncatchable all day, but Ethan Graham, will be on the mediums as well. But I don't know, it's a head scratcher. Listen, I've seen him go into the pits by accident before. I've seen him crash into the pit wall by accident, but never intentionally pit when it wasn't necessary. Very weird. Original John trying at that. He's got that battle with STD, Ash and O'Reilly. O'Reilly is ahead now of Ash. It's really starting to find a bit of pace. Original John, those mediums can't find a way past the two soft tyre runners. We're on the final lap of the race, and it is the winner of race number 1, Ethan Graham, second in the championship last time out. 1.1 seconds clear now of Adam. He's absolutely got the measure of this car, this BMW, this racetrack. He's got the benefit of having the same car he had last season, and I'm wondering whether, look, it's luck. I'm not suggesting for any moment that it was like some sort of favouritism. It's absolutely, it was just luck of the draw that he ended up with the same car as last time out. But it does give him a massive advantage over everybody else, because he knows this car. He's raced an entire series in this car already. He knows its little foibles, he knows its little intricacies, and what he needs to do and how he needs to tweak it and how to get the best performance out of the car. And he's showing absolutely all of those things with his dominance here today, from the outset, really. Liam did try, but he couldn't keep up with him. Adam now trying, but he can't fight. He can get close, but no cigar. And as they go round the final corner for the last time in race number 2, the Draper Tools Genesis of Groot coming round now. Graham across the line, Adam across the line. Here is Groot in the Draper Tools car, coming in third. Good third place for him, particularly as Panos just behind on those mediums. That's a great finish for him there. Liam in 5th, Evil Dragon in 6th, riding home in 7th ahead of Ash and Original John. Mark in 10th, Stormfly, after that inexplicable pit stop, is in 11th place. Gaz Monkey in 12th, and Gunsmith, welcome to the gun show, 6 seconds back. No, he's not. It's 15, 16 seconds back. Why is he going so slowly? I think he's on pause, because that is revving out like a crazy thing. He finally crossed the line in 13th place. So it is reverse grid for the final race today. Are we already on the last race? Boo, fucking boo, is what I say. Let's bring the lobby back up, shall we? There we go. Yeah. Unbelievable, but it is the last race coming up. But again, another solid performance from Mr. Graham. I'm going to save that replay. I meant to save the last one, but I forgot. I'm going to save that replay because some good battles there, some potential good footage for some videos, isn't it? Coming up this week on Black Flag Racing TV. Tomorrow, of course, we've got the third round of the GT Alpha's International GT Challenge, the multi-lobby flagship series run by us at Black Flag here. It's looking really good. The champion from the GT3 series at the end of 2023 won the opening race and was looking to start to secure his crown for this series, but didn't have such a great race last time out at Trial Mountain, and found himself down in 6th or 7th place, receiving some complaints about driving standards. Please keep it respectful. I didn't really see anything driving standard wise there that was overly, I don't know. It was hard, but I think it was 6 of one, half a dozen the other with everything that was going on there. I don't think there was anything malicious. Maybe I've missed something. Maybe there's something else going on somewhere else that I didn't see. But it looked to be hard but fair from my perspective. Who knows? Who knows? But there we go. Right, I'll be back with you in 30 seconds. I need a pee. I have returned. Right, what should we talk about? We've got 6 minutes before the race starts. We'll talk about my my ineptitude at organising things in number order. You can see that I put Brands Hatch, which is the final round, which is actually on the 5th of April, when the Road Atlanta should be. We could talk about that, which I'd rather not, if you ask me. But you can see there, we've got Autopolis shortcut circuit next. Nice and short circuit, 1.8 miles, 11 corners, under 12 laps there of that one. I'm looking forward, the ones I'm looking forward most to, I think St Croix, I think I'm looking forward to quite a lot. I like that racetrack. I think it's quite a long racetrack with only 14 corners, but there's a lot of overtaking opportunities at St Croix or St Croix. Also Brands Hatch, you can't fail to not enjoy racing around Brands Hatch, particularly in their cars like these. But also Road Atlanta, I'm quite fond of Road Atlanta. It's not an easy racetrack to overtake, but it is an easy racetrack to absolutely bin it into a wall and give me lots of joy and pleasure from that. So yeah, I'm looking forward to them. Other stuff coming up on Black Flag Racing. That's what we're talking about. Yes, we've got Alphas. Obviously, that's tomorrow from 8 p.m. Rebroadcast of Lobby 2 will be from my glamorous assistant Clarentis. He'll do that on Sunday afternoon at some stage. Then what happens? Then Wednesday we're back with the ZFS World Series. Do check ZFS out because it is an awesome concept. It's essentially a career mode for GT7, where you start off with, sign up, you get 100,000 credits. That's ZFS credits, that is. With that, you have to buy yourself a garage and you have to buy yourself a car with which to compete. You pay an insurance premium every time you race, but you earn credits for racing. And you get bonuses for sponsorships, and you get bonuses for finishing higher than your predicted positions and all that kind of thing. So it's initially quite complicated, but once you've spent sort of 10-15 minutes getting your head around it, it's pretty darn good. Why did you think it was going to rain? That was insane. I don't know why you put it. There's no need to pit here at all. I don't know why you pitted. Yeah, absolutely no need. But I think it's quite fair, Aaron. To be fair, it's rubbing his racing styley. No one wants to give an inch. No one wants to give anything. You're just rubbity, and I think everyone's. I think it's all right. I think it depends what you're looking for. Are you looking for an aggressive, close race or whatever? And the radar looked like rain. I can assure you there will be no need to pit at any stage in any race ever in this series. So yeah, don't do it again. It wasn't absolute. My mind was just like, what the fuck is he doing? I thought you'd lost your mind. I thought the age had caught up with you, and you'd just given up and just sod it. I'm going for a sleep. Who knows? Yeah, don't worry what the radar says. Even if it looks like it's going to rain. No. But here's the funny thing: you pitted for rain tyres. You pitted for rain tyres, and you didn't even have any. That kind of makes it worse. I pitted to get some tyres I didn't have. Yeah, in the heat of the moment, it probably seemed like a great idea when you did it, and then until it didn't seem like such a good idea, I suppose. But yeah, reverse grid now. You've got a good opportunity, but although you have got the medium tyres to contend with, which is a little bit annoying, a little bit frustrating from your perspective. But how long can you hold on is the question, really. We will see what we will see. Not for long. Well, we don't know. I think the closest of the quicker guys that you should be worried about. We've got Original John. He's back in 5th. Evil Dragon in 8th, Liam in 9th, Panos, Groot, Adam, they're all back, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, and of course you've got Ethan Graham back in 13th, but he's also on those medium compound tyres. It could be interesting. I think it depends on how quickly the slower cars are dispatched by the faster ones behind. The longer they hold on, the more likely it is you can hold out. I think your biggest threat early on is going to be from the original John, very potentially for Aaron. We've also got about Evil Dragon there in 8th. Hey, if Evil Dragon gets a good start in that AMG, we could potentially see, I mean, there's a couple of places to be gained for him. We'll see what we will see. We will see what we will see. Excuse me. What else was I going to talk about? I don't think. Oh, we're about to start soon anyway. I did mention on the broadcast the other day, whether you were watching or not, I don't know. I applied for, because I've obviously got a lot of time on my hands now because I'm at home and pottering, and I haven't done charity work. I used to do quite a lot of charity stuff, and I haven't done much charity stuff other than broadcasts. I haven't done much charity stuff lately, and I like to do that kind of thing. It makes me feel better about being fat and a big drain on society. I'm joking, but I thought, you know, what could I do that doesn't involve anything that remotely feels like hard work, but still give something back. And I thought about giving cash, and I'm not a big fan of just giving cash to a charity, especially small charities, because what they need more than anything is your time. So I decided to, I was at a hospital appointment, and I walked past the hospital radio, and I thought, what a good idea. I said, I spend all evening talking absolute bollocks about motor racing to anyone that cares to listen. Why not spend a couple of hours once, maybe twice a week, talking bollocks to old people who are feeling sick in hospital? I did go initially and speak to them, and I was told, you don't have enough broadcasting experience. I don't have enough broadcasting experience, which is fair enough. I've never done anything on the radio before. But that said, I got an email a couple of days ago from the actual head of the station. The person that interviewed me wasn't the head of the station, and they've invited me to come in and have a little chat with them in a couple of weeks, not this week, not this Monday, next Monday. Monday week, 11th of March, to have a little chat and see what's occurring. I'll keep you updated as to that. Right, race is about to begin. It is the final race of these three here at Dragon Trail. If you're just joining me, where the bloody hell have you been? All of my life. This is the FTR BTCC League at Dragon Trail, round number 3, or race number 3. I suppose it is round number 3 in the first racing meet. It is reverse grid time. Good opportunity for those back markers, those midfield runners, to try and get something out of this race. Who has got a good start? Evil Dragon, what a start from Evil Dragon. It's almost like that battle he's been having with Stormfly. He wasn't happy, he wants to resume it, and straight away he's through the field from 8th up to 4th and says, where are you, Stormfly? Let's keep this shizzle going. And he's up 2/3, Stormfly on those medium tyres. He's going to get swallowed up by these cars on the soft compound tyres. He's trying to desperately to hold on. Original John now up to 5th. Evil Dragon in a really good position. And I'll tell you what, with Liam back in 6th at the moment, Original John in 5th, this is a really good opportunity for Evil Dragon to take his first W of the season. And he's up to 2nd already. How long does he hold on? Did he go a bit wide? He did not. He's round Gaz Monkey. Gunsmith, his next target. What sort of gap can he build? It's going to be absolute paramount for him to build a significant gap before guys like Liam, who's up into 4th already, Original John, make their way through. Liam's on a massive charge. He's got a point to prove after getting it wrong in race number 1 when he just spun it while chasing down his championship rival. Evil Dragon into the lead of this race, heading up the hill to complete lap 1. Going down the order, we want to have a look. Where is Ethan Graham? There he is. He's won the first 2 races at BMW. He's on those medium tyres now in the BM. Hasn't been able to push through the field just yet. Look at that though. That something went wrong for Gunsmith and Gaz Monkey, because they, by the end of the lap, are already at the back of the pack. That's Stormfly up to 2nd. I wonder if we can see what happens to them. Actually, because I'm pretty sure they were running 2nd coming up the hill. But he got it all kinds of wrong, and everyone came flooding through like the floodgates had opened. So, Evil Dragon in the lead, 2.2 Great British seconds clear in that AMG Mercedes-Benz's with the bum lube on the rear. Loving it. Bum lube on the rear. Poet, I don't even know it. Stormfly in second. There's a Groot there in third. Don't count him out. He's pretty quick in that Genesis. It's not a shabby car. Adam up to fourth. He has plans, and his plans are to get past his teammate and start making some inroads into that top three. He was third, of course, in the championship last time out and wants to improve on that. Liam is through as well. He's following Adam. That's probably one of the few drivers he doesn't want to be chasing him down. He'd rather have a bit of an easier ride in his fight to catch up with a Groot. STD Ash there in sixth position. He's got Panos now chasing him down, and Panos' teammate just behind him is Aaron, and can he find a way through? He's had a good battle with STD Ash last couple of races. Panos now making that move. Does he make it up into sixth? Yes, he does. Gets that Halford Honda up as Adam and Liam alongside each other, close enough to hold hands out of the window. Drag race, look at that, Robin is racing. It's also illegal if you do it on a bus to a stranger. Original John not finding the pace I think he would like to have had, certainly early on. He's already dropping down to ninth position. 4 abreast, and who doesn't love 4 breasts? That's a great battle. Look how close these cars are. You can see here. I mean, this is a battle. That's Gaz Monkey, Mark T, Gunsmith, Ethan Graham, Riley. You can see that Ethan Graham having a little looky-see as Riley making an insane move. What happened there? It's almost like he forgot that there's another pedal next to the loud one, and he's got a good bit of slipstream here behind Original John. He pulls out of that slipstream, and then I don't know, no, it wasn't him. It was who's that? It was him that got it all kinds of wrong. I thought it was Aaron Riley, but it wasn't. It was Gunsmith got it all kinds of wrong in there, and that's Mark T. Taking an interesting line through there, but all very close. So Evil Dragon leads 9/10 of a second from Stormfly. Has closed that gap down, and with the fastest lap of 1:37.5. But he's on the medium compound size. It's not going to be easy. There is Groot on the softs. Rob is closing down on Aaron. Does he make the move up into turn 1 on lap 4 of 9 here? And it's all too easy with that extra grip. Turn 1 with the superior grip. But the old switcheroo, and Aaron goes on the inside. That's a really smart move from Aaron. He lost. He knew he was going to lose the position to grip, so he placed his car on the inside and just made it difficult for Rob to hold on to third place. Good little move for him. Liam running in fourth now. He's trying to chase down that top 3. Ditching Original John, or trying to ditch Original John, but it's Original John, Panos. There's Adam. He's got Ethan Graham up to 8th position. He's taking a very wide line through there, looking for the old switcher. Gets a good exit out of there actually, and he's tucked in behind Adam, who's got it's Adam and Panos got this kind of little battle going on at the moment, racing side by side. At the moment, Panos just winning out briefly, then Adam winning out. What about Panos again? Is Panos going to come back at him? Is this going to allow Ethan just to move up? He's coming on the outside of Panos, looking for the a move potentially. There's Ash in there now. There's Riley in there. This is a 6-7 car battle, all for midfield supremacy. Riley there in 10th, making the move on Ash up to 9th. There's 8th, 7th, 6th, there's 5th place just going into the corner now. That is a battle. You're looking at the cars running in 9th and 10th on lap 4, and it's a battle they're in for 5th position. What an absolute ding-dong battle we've got going on here. At the back of that battle at the moment is Ashton Riley. Aaron Riley, that is. Ethan Graham, who's got significant pressure from Riley from behind. He's giving him a little pushy boost. Adam and Panos. absolutely battling it out with the original John. Just up ahead, Panos winning out that battle with Adam at the moment. It's original John and Liam there in fourth. Really, the distance between fourth and first, 5.5 seconds. The difference between fourth and 10th is less than 4 seconds. Insanity. As Groot has made the move on Stormfly, made it stick, and he's got those soft tyres now to chase down Evil Dragon Bomb Loop. I'm quite aware that I might get sent a big fat jar of Bomb Loop now. I hope I don't. Right, so Groot running in second. He's 1.1 behind Evil Dragon. They're both on soft compound tyres. So he's going to have to try it the hard way because he's not going to gain any benefit on tyres. Groot with a 37.0 fastest lap. His intentions are very clear as we round these final corners to start lap 6 of 9. 69, baby. Evil Dragon leads by just 9/10 of a second from Groot. Stormfly, the top 3. 3.6 seconds clear now of the rest of the Black Stormfly on those medium tyres. Going to find it very, very difficult to move up that top 3 without an error ahead, I would have thought. Liam just now pulling away from that battle of 6 cars vying for the best of the rest outside the top 3. Just edging now away from the original John, the US driver. Still got Panos for company. Panos has ditched Adam. They were side by side. He's now 2.7 seconds back. So just starting to open up a little bit these gaps between the cars. There is still a 4-way battle though. There's Gunsmith there behind Ethan Graham in the BMW behind Aaron Riley, who's making the move up the inside. Does he make it stick on Adam? Yes, he does. Ethan Graham gets through as well. So Adam down to 9th. Aaron Riley now up to 7th. And he now leads this gaggle of cars. And you can see here, just... wrong button. Wrong button again. That's the one I wanted, that one. That's the battle there, currently for 7th. We're on board at the moment with Aaron Riley. That's Ethan Graham, winner of the first 2 races here. He is in that BMW. Behind him we've got Adam. These two making a double overtake on Adam earlier on in this lap. Panos up ahead, 3.7 seconds. Original John has found the way around him, and he's just half a second ahead of Panos as we speak. 1.6 behind Liam. He is still 2.2 seconds off the top 3, 2.2 seconds away from a podium, and that will be a nil podium for a big championship contender in this season. Not a great start to his championship if he can't get a podium position, because one of his biggest rivals has already got 2 top steps. Stormfly there dropping off those front 2 now with those medium tyres not having the grip that they've got. But Groot vying for his first win of the season. Evil Dragon vying for his first win of the season. They're both going to drag this out to the end. Who will win? At the moment it's Evil Dragon. He's got a half-second advantage over Groot. In terms of lap times, Groot is firmly in those mid-37s. Evil Dragon firmly in those mid-37s. They are matching each other pace for pace, corner for corner, pound for bloody pound. 9/10 again is the gap. Up the hill goes Groot, revving the absolute arse out of that Hyundai Genesis. Around the final corner they go. This will be the start of the penultimate lap, lap 8 of 9 here at Dragon Trail. It looks cloudy, it looks dingy, but it's not going to rain. I don't think it can rain on Dragon Trail, can it? Just giving that some thought. I don't think it can rain. I can't remember. I don't think it can. I don't think I ever remember a rainy Dragon Trail, but then I don't race that often. But who knows? Who bloody knows? Right, let's have a full rundown from the back of the field. That's Gaz Monkey and Mark T having a little ding-dong between them. Trading blows, trading positions, 12th and 13th. Ash there in 11th was involved in that fight for within the top 5. He's still kind of there. You've got Ash there in 11th. You've got Adam just up the road in 10th. Half second behind Gunsmith in 9th. Gunsmith running with Riley and Ethan Graham there. 3 abreast almost as they come through the hairpin. Gets a reasonable exit but tucks in behind. Adam getting back involved there. There's Riley in 8th, Graham there, Ethan Graham that is, in 7th. Then there's a bit of a gap up to Original John and Panos. There's Panos there running in 6th position. The Greek driver just 4/10 behind the US of A in Original John. And ahead you can see that's the top 4. Liam is 1.1 seconds now. That was nearly 2.4 seconds at one stage with just 1 lap to go, and he's closed within that 1 second barrier. Can he get any closer? Can he steal a podium in this final race? He desperately needs it for his championship charge. Stormfly was fighting briefly. Evil Dragon, I've got to say, for me, driver of the day just for that launch from 8th to 4th on this race was absolutely phenomenal, because he's out in the lead now. Stormfly 2 seconds behind Groot. He's getting essentially dropping into the clutches of Liam as Liam ever closer to the back of him. Is Groot going to be able to make a move on Evil Dragon? Still 9/10. I don't think there's enough lap left to go. Evil Dragon keeps this clean, and I think it's going to be a win for him, a W on the board. I think this is the battle to watch, the battle for 3rd, as every corner is 1 corner closer to this race being over, and Stormfly cannot wait for that to happen. The darkness setting in, the lights are coming on, and he's being stalked by the Hyundai, stalked by Liam, desperately trying to find a way through, desperately trying to find some podium points in this what has proved to be a disastrous couple of races for him thus far. He's got a good run on Stormfly up the hill. There are 2 corners left. 1 more use of the brakes, and then he's done the switcheroo. And that's not a bad move. Touches Stormfly. Stormfly tries to block him off, but I think he moved a little bit too late. That's allowed Liam to get up the inside and make that move. Aaron's got the slipstream on him as they drag race down to the line, and Liam holds him off. I'm going to say 6 1, half a dozen the other. I think Stormfly moved a little too late when Liam made that kind of switcheroo. He did clip him. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with 6 1, half a dozen of the other on that one. I don't think there was any malice intended on either thing. I think it's just that kind of race to the line thing that often happens. We'll leave it at that. But that's a great performance there for Evil Dragon. Started 8th on the grid there. That's a phenomenal finish. Let's save that replay. We can have a look at that from some other angles, can't we? Didn't want to do that. I wanted to do that. So there we have it. That's the final result from the final race. Evil Dragon from Groot. Good finish for him. The other Genesis of Liam up to 3rd on that final corner. Stormfly couldn't hold on those medium tyres for 4th. Original John and Panos were 5th and 6th. Ethan Graham, winner of the first 2 races in that BMW, was 7th ahead of Adam in the Civic. 9th was STD Ash ahead of Aaron Riley. Gunsmith was in 11th, Gazmonkey 12th, and Mark T in the Relamagan Trophy finishes in 13th place. Round 1 is done. Everyone can call your mum. Fight. Yeah. Right, there we go. Now, it was an awesome couple of races. Great start to this BTCC season. And we are off to Autopolis next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. I've been UrbanPyrate. This has been the full Throttle Racing BTCC League. And it's been emotional.